Hello and good morning, everyone. This video is in relation to General James A. Van Fleet Trailhead. It's a trail located in Central Florida. I'm just out trying to find stuff to do in my area that's free, fulfilling, and pet related. I do have a dog. His name is Blue. Hello, Blue. Say hello, Blue. Say hello. Okay. And as you can tell, he is super excited about this. I'm just going to do a little review of what this trail has. I've done quite a few trails in this area. I've never taken a video of anything before. Yeah, we'll see how this one turns out. This is what we're dealing with so far. Primarily paved. I think the whole 29 miles or something to that effect are paved roads. We got a little swampy area. We did get to see a gopher turtle so far, which I think the picture will be in there somewhere. Beyond that, it's, well, you can see. One good thing about this, I've really been looking and trying to find a place in Central Florida to kind of get away from the population. Our population density is just absolutely insane over here. It just seems like no matter where you go, you can't get away from people. So to find a trail like this, it's hardly used. So far I've been out here for half an hour. I've seen one person, which is absolutely fantastic. And don't worry, I do put the dog on the leash whenever I see a person nearby. A little rest area. I don't know how far we're into this thing. Bike RX is what it says. You can sit here and kind of have a little observation pool. The dog can go and get a drink of water, do what he wants to do. Hey, that's a nice little deal. There's a bicycle pump, a wrench. So if you have a flat out here in the middle of nowhere and a phone number, you can service your own stuff, or you can call, I guess, somebody to help you out. That's kind of a cool feature. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna go 15 more minutes out and then turn back around. That'll be a good hour and a half stroll for today. So far, I have got to see a hawk, ton of butterflies, a gopher turtle, and Blue. Oh, and a couple people. But that's been about it out here. It's actually very serene, very peaceful. Not much shade though. If you're looking for shade, better bring an umbrella, because I mean, this is asphalt and this is Florida, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous sunny day. At one point, I think. But so far, this has been pretty cool, man. I mean, it's one of the better ones. If you really want to get away from all the hustle and bustle that Orlando and Kissimmee and the Giant Rat have to offer. Hey, there's a bunch of sliders. I don't know if you guys can see them. Oop, one just went in the water. There you go. Where'd they all go? There's a couple over there through the weeds. You can barely see them. I'm not sure. Those look like red ear. Those might be painted turtles, but if they are painted turtles, that guy is huge. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see. There he is right there. Pretty nifty, man. That's what I was out here after. I wanted to see something a little bit different. Every single time I go on one of the trails or one of the walks, there you go. Every time I go through one of the trails or one of the walks here in Central Florida, it seems like it's always kind of, I don't know, it's in the middle of everything. There's a lot of activity from humans that have kind of interfered with the natural habitat of the way that, you know, these animals normally act in the normal environment. But so far, this has been a pleasant surprise. Now, one thing that I would suggest to anybody that comes out here, bring a bicycle. You're going to be able to see so much more. Now, it may be fleeting, but you will be able to explore a lot further. I'm out here on foot. I'm walking, I'm not even running. So, you know, for me to cover a good 3 miles, 4 miles in an hour and a half is gonna be kind of difficult. Still kind of cool. More Florida swamp. I know that's hard to imagine, but there's Florida swamp everywhere here. And there's Blue checking it out. Just praying no alligator comes and gets him. Oh my gosh. Well, he decided to go swimming. Blue, you all right? Jeez Louise, dude. That was entirely too much. Dogs will be dogs. Okay, I've got a little structure up here. I'm gonna probably take a picture of it when I get up there, and then we'll turn back around and see what the return trip holds. Hey, there's a bird eating. It's kind of cool. Where's he at? Okay. Now, some of this stuff is partitioned by a fence. Can you see him there? He's just over there chilling. Okay. Yeah, some of this is partitioned by like a cattle fence of some sort. I'm sure that's private land on either side of this. Sometimes the fence is right up against the trail, and sometimes it just kind of disappears. Not really sure where it comes from or who it belongs to. Heck, it might be the state for all we know. Bike relief station, it appears. From what I'm gathering, it looks like these things are roughly every mile. Oh, this one's kind of cool. It's got a little dock. Kind of looks like a little old boat dock or dock on the side of the lake. And there's also, I guess if you want to go exploring through the swamp, which I wouldn't recommend, a little section here looks like it's partitioned off, and there was an old bridge there. But anyways, here's our little dock. Let's see what we got here. It's relatively stable. I wouldn't hold a party or dance on it, that's for sure. Not seeing much in the way of wildlife back in this little section. You know, okay, let me get on a rant here. This is something that really bothers me. I cannot stand it when people litter like this. That is a inner tube from a bicycle. Let me set that down so we can get a good look at it. And it appears to me that somebody just threw it off the side of this little station that's been provided for assistance. I mean, I don't know. This is why I like to get away from people, because it just drives me crazy when they do stuff like this. I know we're all part of one race, but it'd be nice if we just cleaned up after ourselves. Okay, I'll chime back in here in a little while. Just stumbled on this. It's kind of a little stream to the swamp. I'm not sure where it goes. We do have flowing water. Pretty cool. Stumbled up to this little guy here on the trail. This is what's called a gopher tortoise. I am taking this video from quite a distance simply because these are a protected species in the state of Florida, and to harass a gopher turtle is a crime. I don't know if it's federal or state, but it is a crime. So I have tied the dog way over here. There is the gopher tortoise burrow. Actually, he's got 2 of them, and he is heading in right now. Pretty cool. That was a nice finish to what we've got going on here today. Yeah, I'm super happy. This trail's been fantastic. What you think, Blue? You want that turtle, don't you? Yum, 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 yum. Okay, heading back from the trail there. Really enjoyed it. It was a good trail. It was a good place to go for a little stroll. It was good for the dog to go out and kind of stretch his legs. I was able to let him off the leash a few times. Had to keep reining him back in because there were a few bicyclers out there and didn't want to interfere with their day. One thing that I would recommend, now that we're talking about the bicycles there, is that you do this trail on a bicycle. It is 29 plus miles from end to end. For me, I was walking, so 2 miles roughly I got to cover. So it was 4 miles total, 2 miles out, 2 miles back. Some of the cool things though, I did get to see a woodpecker that I didn't get to get on the camera. There was also a giant blue heron. Got to see him, didn't get him on the camera as well. Got to see quite a few birds actually, a hawk. I mean, there was a lot of stuff out there. All native species, obviously. One of the more interesting, or two of the more interesting things were the painted turtle for me. I just could not believe the size of that thing. It was absolutely enormous. So what I would like to recommend is you people that are Aquarius, that keep turtles as pets. You always need to keep in mind the size of the turtle, how big it's going to get for the habitat. Painted turtles, you know, they come out, they're really cute, they're absolutely beautiful on the bottom of the shell, but they do get enormous. I also got a gopher turtle in action, which, you know, is very common in the state of Florida, but you know, for me to get him on video, that was kind of a nice surprise. So all in all, I give that place, you know, a 1.5 thumbs up. I would give it 2 thumbs if I had both of them. And let's see what Blue's got to think about that. Blue, what do you think? Huh? What'd you think, Blue? Huh? Really? That interesting? Okay. For Blue, I guess it's same old hat as usual. So that's it for that review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, peace out.